What's going on, peoples? It's your boy Beijing Burns with Beijing Pops on our regular on the channel. Our brother from another mother, Chris Angel.
Hey, how you
Big up,
doing?
fellas.
Asian, Asian.
Beijing Angel. That's what we got to
Oh,
call
Asian.
you. Angel. uh, Liverpool versus Fulham today. 1-0, clean sheet. We all sleeping sweet tonight. These sheets can be crisp.
Marky, where are you, Marky? Come on.
Where are you, Mark? Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. No,
It is
Marquez,
so true.
that's my brother right there, Marquez.
Oh yeah, Mark is a realist for sure. How did y'all feel about the game? Pops, we start with you first. What's your little 2 cents there on
Well,
the?
we knew it was going to be tough last night. We said so. It was going to be difficult. They gave City a good run on the weekend, and I mean, I'm happy for a 1-0. That's what you need to do. You need to be able to grind out a 1-0 win. Had a couple minor scares, but 3 points, five on the spin. Good to go.
Facts. Chris, what's your take?
I was a bit worried with going into the game because of how well they've played this season.
Yeah.
For them. But yeah, you need those 1-0 wins. You know what I mean? Like it just shows a bit of character. I think that's something we've lacked this season too, is a bit of character, a bit of mental fortitude and stuff. So yeah.
I knew it was going to be a tough game for me. I called a 2-0 prediction. It didn't come through for me, but that's okay. I'll take the 1-0 clean sheet. We can sleep. I can sleep well tonight. Nice and comfy. But yeah, overall, a good game all around. Some mistakes here and there from some players. Darwin made me laugh today, to be honest with you. My man do a step over today and fake yourself out, and that I had to laugh. I was like, "What is this? Am I seeing right now?"
That was a little bit embarrassing. I ain't gonna lie.
Listen, man, the defender didn't even have to do nothing. He just had to just take the ball and move.
He looked back, right? Like he did the little step over. He looked back, like where's the ball type thing. Yeah, like come on.
Yeah.
I killed myself with laugh. I was like, I shouldn't be laughing, but it was funny to boot. Is like one of them things that you just put on the bloopers. You know, the bloopers for sports is one of them things that you would do.
Yeah.
All in all, what I will say though about Darwin is he's a project player. He's a work in progress. He is raw. You have to be patient with him. He's going to come good, but he needs to do a lot of work. And a lot of that work he needs to take upon himself to get better at. His close control with his foot, his dribbling skills, to take on a man, for a man to create fouls, just running at man or running behind man and rush, just, you know what I mean? Pure speed and not have no flair to it. He's going to need a lot more of the flair part. The speed is there, but he's going to have to get a lot more techers with it. So he's got to do a lot of work himself and take it on himself to put in that work to get a lot better with the ball at his feet.
Do you think it's a confidence thing too? Because there was a point in the game where he was through and he cut back. He should have rifled it. You know what I mean? Like whether it's block or not, he needs to like start just being a striker, right?
I agree.
He
should have hit it.
You know what I
mean? I agree. Let me big up the people that's in the chat. So big up Ends, man.
Big up Ends, man.
Have a great show. Appreciate it, bro. You as well. That's Pop's telling Ends, man. Big up Beijing, and of course Chris Angel. Beijing Angel is his new name. Big up Marianne.
I'm gonna change my team now. That.
Big up, K.
Big up, K.
Big up, Tom. Big up, lads. Didn't watch the game, was out, so we hear your thoughts still. Appreciate it, bro. Thanks for jumping in. You're still in the UK, Tarmizi? Darwin had a stinker.
Enjoying life, man.
He sure did have a stinker. But yeah. Oh, look, the name changed now, Beijing Angel. Jeez, you. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. We got to tell the coppers, fellas. Chris Angels, no, a fellow Major, no. He jumped on with the boys. All right, so we had our little chat there about the game in general. Let's get into the match ratings. Allison.
I think he did a great job today. He didn't do anything bad.
He had a good save. I remember he had a really good save with the right hand.
He had two.
Yeah.
He had the one with the striker, which
Carlos
one at the near
Vinicius.
post.
when he split the defense type thing, that one
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah.
And then he had the other one like later in the game, right?
There was one.
Oh no, he had
end.
another. He had the one at the end, and then he had the other one. Remember when it looked like it went like across the line? Like,
Yes.
For a corner, but it didn't. It like spinned its way in.
Yes.
So he did that
Correct.
too. So
yeah, that's right.
yeah, so
So what are you giving him for a rating, Chris?
a 10. Like he didn't do nothing wrong. His distribution was good. Like he did his job, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, he did. Pops?
I was gonna go with a 9, but can I argue with a 10? 1-0 10.
yeah, like I thought you would have given him like a 15 or something for the clean sheet or something. You know?
Yeah, well, 1-0. 1-0 is 10, so why not?
It's true. I was
No
gonna give him
issues.
I was
We're
gonna
killing
give him a
Ali this
10.
season, man. Killing him, man.
We are killing Ali this season. It's true. I saw a stat. Somebody brought it. Who was that brought? Oh, but on Copish, the man brought it up. On one-on-one chances, Ali is like 13%, and then the second place person is like 6%. That is crazy.
Less than half. Not really.
Wow.
It's what we understand and what we know. We know he's the best by far.
But still, we shouldn't be gaining man that much work on
That's my problem.
one-on-ones. Yeah,
Yes.
that's bad. That is real bad. Oh, you're still in UK. Big up, Tar.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's 10.
Yeah.
Trent Alexander Alonso. I ain't saying right back. I just calling his name because he can fit wherever you want. Trent Alexander Alonso. Pops, let's start with you first. What is your scoring for Trent?
I'll be honest, I didn't see all the games, so 8.5 for me though. From what I saw, Trent just enjoying football, ultimately.
He is.
The last 5 matches, he's smiling inside and out, and it's a joy to watch this boy just do his thing.
It's true. Big up, Dakota.
Yeah, D. Big up.
Look, she tell you clean sheet.
He's sleeping
Trent
nice
for me.
tonight.
Yeah, Trent for me is a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Trent had a really, really good game. Chris, do you see his heat map? His heat map was crazy. It everywhere, Pops. Like everywhere.
It sucks. It sucks because like I want 3 midfielders in the summer, but the way the kid is moving right now, I'm okay.
He got me one of the midfielders. I would like I told you, I would take the 2 and the right back instead of the 3 midfielders. Give me 2 and give me a right back.
Pops, don't explode. Don't explode. Pops,
No.
relax, Pops, relax.
No.
You ain't getting 3 midfielders, Pops.
Why not though?
You ain't getting them.
Let me go on.
Right
Let's go on. Let's go on with the rating. We can at the end we can come back. We can come back.
Okay, we can come back to that.
Yeah.
So I will go a 9 because I think later in the half, like he kind of like dropped a bit, but I think it's just tiredness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the team itself, like second half, looked a little bit worse, but I think he did very well today, though. I'll give him a 9, in my opinion.
Kids here, Trent's a 10 on the GOAT. The GOAT, right? Here, this one. The GOATs are funny. Ibu, Chris, coming to you first with Ibu.
Ibu? So I'm conflicted with Ibu a little bit. I think he's an exceptional player. I think sometimes on the ball he can be a bit sus on the ball, right?
Yeah.
But I also don't think this formation helps him. I think
He's got to do a lot of work to do. He got a
yeah,
lot of work to do.
yeah, and like I said, I mentioned this to someone a couple of days ago. It's like he's like 6'2", over 200 pounds with speed. He's an injury waiting to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I don't think people understand that. So, that's why I'm going to give him a little bit more because I understand the anatomy of the body, right? I know the amount of pressure and strain that he's doing right now. So I'm gonna give him like an 8 in my opinion. You know, we won, so I don't think anyone should kind of be below that. Wait, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna give him an 8 though. So
Okay. Pops.
Yeah, that's what I've got on my book. I got an 8 too. Issue with Ibu for me is, and this is, I won't be too harsh, but with the new position, people are still targeting the right corner effectively where
Yes.
Trent is coming out of. So a lot of
Yes.
work is happening in that section of the pitch still. And as
exactly.
Beijing Angel just said, there's a lot of work that he has to get through. And he's doing it, relatively speaking, well. But my challenge for him is, and this is where, depending on if Matip stays or not, he needs to pick up some of that Matip type calmness on the ball. Also, he needs to do a little bit better in reading situations because he's been a bit rash. And again, this is sort of generally in the new spot in this like the back three. Occasionally, he's been a bit too rash. And for me, there are very few players that have the beating of him in a foot race. So it's easy for him to just say, "Well, I can back off you. Actually, I don't need to try to run through you and win the ball. You have it. Turn and look at me now. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do now? Not that you're looking at me.
Do you think that could be taught though? Like I don't know. I think like some.
No. Because defending. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, because I think.
No, I was saying that if you're defending, right? You go.
Oh no, I wasn't saying nothing.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What I was saying is you can go touch tight as a center back. So you can say I'm gonna be right on and slip in and win it. Or you can go touch tight and then say, all right, as the ball's coming in, I'm gonna step back when you're not looking. So when you feel for me, I've taken a step back. You're looking for me. When you miss control, I win it from you. So it's just a little bit more to me of him just thinking, as opposed to saying every time the ball's in the air, I'm just gonna win it through you. I'm gonna jump over you and win the header. I'm gonna bully you and get it. Sometimes it's just, all right, you know what? Let him get it. What's he gonna do with it? Like Antonio, for example, as a big player, let him control it. Turn. What's he gonna do with it? He's not gonna run past you. And this is where you just back yourself. You say, well, you're good, but I'm better, to be honest.
So you're pretty much saying like him developing the ability to read situations.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, and it's not. This isn't a deficiency in his game. I think it's just experience. Over time, he'll get better at reading situations and saying, "Yeah, this is what I do. This is what I need to do." But as it is right now, it just feels like he's 100 miles an hour because he knows he's covering Trent. So it seems very frenetic at points to me.
Yeah. The Pops, just spot on. I agree with you 100%. FSG got my internet again. I might look a little delay here from my voice. Spot on, Pops. Ibu rushes in a little bit too rash instead of being a lot more calmer. I agree with you 100% there. But he will learn. He's still real young at with this position, so he will only get better and better over time. For me, I scoring Ibu 8.5. Virgil van Dijk.
I think he actually. Yeah, I think he actually was pretty decent today. Like compared to like the last couple of games, he actually was on it today. Actually, there is moments that he has like these brain farts, and it's like it kind of gets me upset because of his level of what we're used to him having, the level that he has, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think because we have a clean sheet, because of the he did the clearance off the line, I'll give him technically the same rating as I gave him Konate, so like an 8. in my opinion.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah, Verge had a really good game for me.
Chris
I
reading
think
from my
both of them
book. Pages.
we're spot
Angelo,
on.
you're reading from my book.
You're 8-2 there, Pops.
Yeah. Cam. Yep.
Verge had a really, really good game for me as well. Compared to what we've seen over the last few games, he was clearing headers, he was winning balls, he was winning tackles, he was going into tackles, which you haven't seen Virgil do in a very, very long time. He was putting some fear in them when they had the ball, when he was coming towards them to defend them, which was impressive to see as well. Verge get the same score for me as Zebu was 8.5 as well. I was really happy to see Virgil had a comeback game like this. People's in the chat, make sure you like and subscribe.
What you just said?
Huh?
This is the way you just said, a comeback game like this. Imagine that.
Comeback game.
I know that there was some embarrassment on his side, though. He was definitely embarrassed for that slip.
100%.
Definitely. 100%. The internet was too hot.
Yeah, boy. He get made out to be memes, boy. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Some people quick with it, boy. If you see some of the memes,
I sent you a couple, Bajan.
You did. Bajan Angel, let me tell you, if you see some of the memes, man.
You saw the Michael Jackson one?
I saw the Michael Jackson one. It's true. I did. I saw the Michael Jackson one. It's
you know what that worries me too, because that was like the first time in a long time I saw him engage, and it failed. And I'm like,
I agree.
And I'm like, I'm worried that he won't engage anymore. Like, I think that's what I'm worried about.
Today he did for sure.
Yeah, I think that was unique. No, that one was unique to me because he was flat on the gas. When he went to stop, he just lost his footing. So when Perisic was cutting, I think Virgil anticipated that he was going to cut. But he couldn't do anything because when he went to stop, that was it.
Yeah.
And as we can see, it was just Meme City from there. It's just there's nothing left.
Look, I see a comment here. I gotta bring this up. I want to see y'all two reactions.
No, don't. You read his earlier comment. Read the earlier comment. I'm only here to rate Henderson, so don't bring it up. No, I'm only waiting to rate Henderson.
He talk about Trent. Trent's all right. Give me it for Brett. That comment. I can't.
I might be Igbo actually.
It got coming. It got coming right now. It got to look. Okay, Albert.
You can put sanctions on you. Put sanctions on you.
Hey man, that sounds unsafe, Albert. This is
emotional damage.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that was good. Costa Simicas. I can start first with this one. I thought Simi had a good game. He made a couple of errors, but that's expected as someone that hasn't played in so long.
Exactly. And a new role.
From a defensive standpoint, Simi did a good job. There was many times that Simi was the last man covering the ball over the top, and Carlos Vinicius, who's a bigger, stronger dude than he is, and Simi covered the space and made sure that it wasn't a threat on goal. Fantastic defensive play by Simi on many occasions, not just once. So for me, against Simi, a 7.5 today. I don't think he should have been subbed off either, to be honest.
So
Pops?
What did you give him, Pop? Beijing?
7.5.
7.5? Okay.
Like and subscribe, people.
I didn't see enough of when I was watching Simi. Timmy got subbed early, and the one thing I did see, which was disappointing, was he was lagging in the right back position, playing the striker in. Him and Ibu were behind Van Dijk as Van Dijk pulled the line up, and I said to myself, again, because it happened on the weekend where Robbo played on Son with the reverse pass. Van Dijk was up. Ball came over between him and Ibu, and Robbo was playing him on from the deeper side, and Timmy was in one of those positions as well. But for me, what I saw was I figured was good enough. Again, is a clean sheet. I didn't see anything happening on his side that was too erratic or odd. I figured his sub might have been one of those pre-planned. Yeah, we're going to give you 60 minutes because you haven't had a game in a long time. So let me give you 60 as opposed to 90 because maybe it's a swap out the other way next time. I don't know, to be honest. Sometimes I don't know. But I would have given him a 6.5 because I don't want to say he was below average because to me that'd be unfair. And we had a clean sheet. So he can't be doing horribly at left back and we get a clean sheet. Yeah. Even though I know the narratives are going to be written probably differently against him, to be honest.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I was going to go with a 7. I just thought he just had a good game. Like I wasn't going to overhype him or belittle him. I think he just had a good game.
Yeah.
For someone that hasn't played the position before, new formation, and he's just rusty, you know. So
if you study it,
yes,
Simi hasn't hit the pitch for well over a month.
Yeah.
Well over a month. He has not played.
Has Simi played a full 90 minutes with us?
No, he is not either. He is not.
Like, come on, man. Like,
that's what I mean. But yet, Robbo had a stinker the last game against Spurs and played the full game. That did my head in, you know. It did my head in. I was like, why?
You know what I
couldn't believe it. How is a man having a game like this and you ain't hook him? If their roles were reversed, Simi wasn't seeing past halftime. Simi would have been hooked in the first half. I'm telling you right now. But yeah, D, you're right. Trent and Curtis
probably not in the first half.
Games. Knowing Klopp, he would have hooked him in the first half. Flacco.
Nah, not in the first half.
Flacco had a decent game as well too. Like
he looked really good.
Yeah, he looked pretty good. He was intercepting balls. He was like tracking back. Like
he was picking the right spaces to get the passes, and then you want to.
Pretty well today.
He did.
Typically, he gets a yellow card. No yellow card today.
Like, he played very, very smart.
Yeah, he did really well today. I'm gonna give him an 8 today. I think he did pretty good today. You know.
Yeah. You know, the only thing I will say that I have to knock him on is in the second half. Paulinho just literally walked past him with the ball, and Flacco just let him walk past. Is the only negative thing I got to say about Flacco today.
Yeah, that's because his shoes were tied together and stuff. He couldn't do nothing with that, you know. There's nothing he can do, man.
I agree. But I'm with you with an 8 for me as well. Pops.
Flacco was on Twitter. Flacco said, "Wait, Ugarte coming? Wait a minute. Hold on, guys. You just hold on a minute. I still got some juice left in the tank." Yeah, I actually had Flacco as a 7.
Okay. So he gets 7.5 in between.
But
so I'm gonna bring this up, and then we're gonna call the name. Jordan
Mark
Henderson.
Oh no.
Okay, so I'll go first. So the first all right, so the first like 10 to 20 minutes, he was pretty good. Like he was
decent. I wouldn't say pretty good. He was decent.
He was doing the nice little 1-2s and stuff, but like there was this point where like I don't remember who it was, like a cutback pass, and he went to try to score, and he
hit it, and he hoofed it. Yep.
And it's like, shit, man, how many balls are you gonna send to California, man? Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know, like.
And then in the second half, Leno was playing off his line, and Hendo was trying to chip the goalie, and the ball was way up into the stands. I caught that at my house here in Canada, in Toronto. That's the truth.
Yeah, like I just don't know, like, and we'll probably talk about certain players later, but like, you know, I heard the rumors about Milner going to Brighton. I think Milner needs to bring Hendo with him and stuff. You know, like I don't know, like I don't know. It's just I would say he's like average today. Like I don't want to be too negative because like we won today, right? And we're
I'm
on.
giving him an average. He's
Yeah,
5 today for me.
He's like a 5 for me. So
Yeah, he's a 5 today. I don't want to go too much on him, but he's a 5. He's average. That's it. What really bothers me about Hendo is that we would have opportunities to move forward with the ball. And his first opportunity, instead of looking forward, he looking backwards and moving the ball back to our side of the pitch. He's got no forward thinking skills at all with the ball in his hand. The first thing he thinking about is move the ball backwards or move it to his side. But Hendo's a 5. Let me leave Hendo because I don't want people saying they got a Hendo agenda. I just think Hendo is just not on the boil anymore. Age has caught up to him, and his legs is just gone. Curtis Jones.
This kid, I have to take back a lot of shit I said about him.
I do too. I gotta put my hands up.
All right, so I've always knew he was silky and stuff, right? Like he had good feet and stuff. Like I just don't like the fact that sometimes when he plays, he does this like he's always going like backward passing, Jones and stuff. But like I think the new formation, the new tactics have helped him shine. Yeah, he's playing further up the pitch, and he's had good performance. I think what was last game? He didn't have really that good of a game last game, right? It was like kind of average, in my opinion.
It was okay. It was still wasn't. It was the best midfielder, to be honest.
Yeah, so like, I'll give Curtis Jones an 8 as well. Like an 8, like he did pretty well, you know. So
D taking a page out of my book, boy. Ooh.
Wow.
Ouch.
D, that's rough, D. That's rough.
Baz boy. -10. Oh boy. Oi. People taking these things out of a page out of my books, boy. Man. Pops, how are you with Curtis?
Yeah, Curtis cooking. And you know what? I'm happy for Curtis because
I am too.
I think people forget he's 22. People forget he played over 80 games for this team. Not this bad team, the good team. He was playing when we were still good. He was getting minutes in the team when we were good.
Yeah.
I think Klopp put him on a leash, trying to do I'm going to make you the genie. And it took a lot of his attacking prowess away from him because he was, to me, 2 quick touches, cut on the inside and look for a shot. That was what he was doing in the early days. He didn't score a lot, but he was looking more at that drive into the box and get. Now you can see him saying, you know what, nah, you are just keep it ticking along. Don't give it away. Because he used to give it away a lot, trying stuff.
True.
You can see Klopp saying, nah, I don't want you to do that. This is what you need. All you need to do in this system is keep it ticking. Keep that ball moving and find Diaz, find Jota, find Gakpo. You can see it. You can see it all the time now. And to me, he is possibly a revelation at the end of the season. No, he, to me, is one of those, all right? He's moved up in the pecking order as far as the attackers are concerned.
100%.
He's moved up. So you're looking at him and saying, all right, he's a viable option in the future as opposed to, let me put him on loan or let me sell. Because that was the thought. Mm-hmm. Curtis Jones was on loan for some people and done for a lot of other people.
Yeah.
And I think he shifted his value significantly over the last 5 games. And credit to him and credit to the team, credit to the medical staff that are keeping him on the pitch because he had some serious issues. And I hope that he's past those, to be honest, because I haven't heard any mention of them recently. So I hope that they've been resolved or on the mend so that he can be a serious part of this team going forward.
Yeah, Curtis, and I can put my hands up. I was calling for him to be loaned out at the end of the season. Curtis Jones has to be in this team next season as a shoe-in squad player, starter. For me, he's above the pecking order.
Not necessarily a starter.
Some games he could start.
Not necessarily a starter, but in. Yeah.
The cup games and the Carabao and stuff. For me, he's a starter. For me, he's above Harvey Elliott in the pecking order. What really impressed me
But
is
he always was, Barnes. If you think about
I
it,
know.
he always was because he was ahead of Harvey.
Yeah, yeah, agreed. What really, really impressed me with Curtis, like you said, is holding on to the ball in close situations with two defenders and making the right decision and getting the ball out instead of giving it up. His ability to see the pass between two players to pick out an open player in a spot on the field, like his sharpness and decision making has impressed me tremendously since he came on playing when he played and started against Chelsea. He was the best midfielder in that game, and he's been one of the best midfielders in every single game since then. I am so happy for Curtis, Liverpool player, Scouser, homegrown, academy player. I am
Club
extremely
grown.
happy for Curtis Jones. And I love what he's doing with the team and how he's going about doing his business. He is playing very well defensively as well. And he's covering man, he's tracking back, he's filling in positions, filling in spaces. I am happy for the kid. For me, Curtis Jones getting a 9 today for me. Mohamed Salah. Two straight pens right down the middle.
Yeah, I don't know.
2 for
like,
2.
2 for 2.
Yeah. I would say I'll give him like an 8.
An 8?
Yeah, like I don't know, like Salah seems off to me. Like I don't know, I don't know how to explain it, but he just seems off to me. I don't.
Why? Because he's not scoring? Because he doesn't seem to be making the right or his shots doesn't
I just don't know. It just seems. I don't know. He seems isolated by himself on the right hand side. Like there's not. I don't know. Like there's no.
Because you're not getting a lot more overlapping. Because Trent's not overlapping him anymore. Like what used to happen is the other thing. But in the flip side, Chris, and I hear where you're coming from. What you are seeing a lot more that's happening with Mohamed Salah is Mohamed Salah seems to have turned into a Mane role in which he is doing a lot of covering. He's filling positions. He's winning balls back. He's looking to get men involved and moving that ball into the right position at the right time. And then when he gets the ball on the wing with a pass from Trent or Virgil or someone to pick him out, he's looking to take on his man because he threw down some of them men a couple of times today and he got in the box. It's just the final ball didn't get to a man to finish the ball off to score, right? But Salah to me was good. He was all over. I didn't think he had a bad game. He scored the pen. He maybe had one or two to me. But I hear where you're coming from. What are you going to give him for a score?
Me, I said I'll probably go with like 7.5, 7, 8, like between there. I'm not.
Okay. I wasn't too far off for you. I was at 8.5. 8.5.
I think he can offer so much more. I think he can.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
I guess I'm being a little bit biased of like judging him of what I know he can offer.
Yeah.
What he's showing in games. So
he's got 40 GA for the whole year, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
For me, it was a 7.5.
Okay.
To be honest.
Okay.
I feel I could feel what BJ Angel saying. Some of the touches just ain't quite there, man. He ain't as razor sharp as he was, and I mean, much like Van Dijk, I think you judge them against the best that you've seen, not necessarily what you're watching. So when you watch them, you think of what you've seen in the past and saying, cook him, cut inside, shoot, score, pass better, better country, and you say to yourself, man, come on, you expect so much more from, especially them two and Trent.
Yeah.
They're the three: Ali, Trent, Van Dijk, Mo. Those are the four sort of linchpins in the side who you have at a level that you expect them to perform at every week, which is probably unfair to them, but that's what you'll see. You've seen it and say, well, he can be better than this.
Yeah. I hear
And that's
you.
not to say he was stinking out the gaff, but you
Yeah.
expect so much more from Mo. You expect
Because we've
sometimes
seen
the
his
first
level.
touch off.
For
Yeah,
sure.
man.
Yeah. I hear you. Big up, Buzz. Hope you have a good day, brother.
Yeah, Buzz.
Look, DC weird. I just noticed the Beijing Angel. Love it. uh Darwin Nunes.
Diaz, go Diaz. No, go Diaz, go Diaz, go Diaz.
No. We gotta do Nunes. We're getting cross the front.
Yeah.
I'll give him a 5.
Yeah. I was just gonna say.
I'm usually his lawyer, man. Like I see a player in him, but like, so this is where I get annoyed with some people, right? Where it's like they'll use the excuse of it's because he doesn't speak English is why he's playing the way he is, and it's like
Nah.
football is an international language, man. You know what I mean? Like we are not using that excuse for Diaz.
No.
You know what I mean? We're not using that excuse for Diaz.
That's not an excuse for anybody.
Yeah, it's not.
They
So
got
it's
Neil?
like, so it's either you have it or you don't have it. But he's still young, and like Beijing has said, he's a project player. We got to be patient with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think we can't judge him this season. I think next season is judgment time.
Agreed. Next season is going to be the judgment. I agree 100%.
So
I put this in as his transition year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Coming into the Prem, understanding how the Prem works, learning the game in the Prem because every league is different, and then let me see what's going to happen like next year. But in hindsight, he also has a ton of work to do on his own to improve a lot of things, and I touched on it a little earlier in the stream. He's got a lot to work on because I can be real. That step over fake, that did me in, dude. I had to laugh, and I don't like laughing at our players, but that
he was doing the electric slide, man. I'm like,
yeah,
what's going on?
that's what it seemed like. You know what? He probably was listening to a Caribbean brother from back in the day, Eddie Grant. Remember that? We gonna rock down through Electric Avenue.
And then we'll take it higher. Yeah.
Oh man. Big up, Neil. He's a 5 for me too.
Honestly,
I'm not rating anybody less than a 5 today because we win 1-0. I can't do it.
He barely gets that 5, but for me, Nunes' issue is still Jota's lack of fitness this season. That's me. That's honestly my belief. Jota starts in the number 9 position. Nunes sits on the bench and gets the opportunity just to ease into the season and not being forced to play and then drop out and come back in and then being dropped again. I think he has a different season. And it's not me making excuses because he's 64 million or whatever. I believe he can't teach pace and he's one of the quickest things on 2 legs. So if we can't figure out how to utilize that, it's our fault for spending all the money on that. So preseason is critical for him.
Yeah, if I think if Nunes fails,
I'm willing
to
go
lose their job
in next season.
I think like I said, like if Nunes fails because of the amount of money we spent on him, someone needs to get fired. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
But
100,
that's crazy.
100,
That's crazy about him. Yeah, someone needs to get fired because that's a lot of freaking money. You know what I mean? To be throwing away and then we sit here and say we don't have money, but we're not wasting it on the right players and stuff.
Yeah.
At some point, whose fault is it really? You know what I mean? So
yeah,
agreed.
This man is 64 rising to 85. 64 rising to 85.
Yep.
Now, if we pay 85, I'm good because we're winning. So let's pay the 85. Let's get him to 85. That's what I'm thinking. Let's get him to 85 million.
Yeah, agreed. The Colombian Luis Diaz, Chris or Beijing Angel? I let you start first with your compadre.
He played very well today. Like
he was cooking.
The way he drive the ball forward, the way he was able to accelerate and decelerate. Like, I do get worried because I like as a physio myself. Like I just worry about how quickly we're having him start games and stuff. would have waited a bit longer, but it seems that he's doing okay. I can't really tell until I actually have the scans to tell you if he's good or not. But he's doing great, man. Like I'm just happy, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I give him I would say a 10, but that's because I'm Colombian and stuff. But I think an 8, I think. He deserves an 8, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm like you, I was worried about when he got back, if he was gonna have the explosiveness, that type of thing. Today, you see him take out 3 men with a couple dribbles, getting into the open space, laying off passes, seeing the oncoming runner and just laying the ball right to him to run onto the ball to keep the play going forward. Diaz was cooking today, honestly. I'm happy for him. I saw the video. I don't know if you've seen the video, Chris, with him with all the rehab that he was doing in the pool and all of that stuff. It looks like he was doing a lot of strength training in terms for the knee. The knee looks sharp, but we wouldn't know unless we actually saw. Well, you saw the X-rays to see how it is now. But he looks good for what he went through for this season. He looks good. He looks good, and I'm with you. I give him the same rating as you. Pops?
Yeah. Triple. Be good.
Mark here. Well, Pop's got a clean sheet. I think he can go on a trend now, Mark here, to be honest with you. Baz said the jackass in the middle. Double handle. He double handle. KSA handle is a 2. Klopp, what does Klopp get today? Klopp was real quiet today on the sidelines. Y'all realize that?
As he should be.
I don't know. I didn't get a chance to talk to you guys about the whole Tottenham thing. I just for we say the league is the best league in the world, right?
Yeah.
We can't have fucking decent referees.
With the worst referees.
Yeah.
And it's so funny, right? When you were looking at the big international tournaments, none of the English referees get invited to them.
Only 2 of them is Anthony and Michael Oliver. Seems to be the only 2 that gets invited.
Oliver. Yeah.
Oliver and Anthony.
Yeah.
So it's the only 2. None of the rest don't get called up. None.
They need to start paying these referees and attracting them from different countries, because it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. What I found it to be confusing is the fact of like, the statement that what is it called? The referee organization?
Yeah, the PF, wherever
that group. So they came out pretty much saying
PGMOL or something like that.
Yeah, something like that, right? So they're saying that they're willing to let go of the tapes, right? It's like, so you're charging him before the tapes come out. That makes no sense to me.
Agreed. And
then now the referee's not managing any games this weekend. Doesn't add up to me either. So how
he's got no duty this weekend. He's not even on VAR this weekend. Nothing.
So it doesn't make sense to me. Like, it's all backwards to me. How can you convict someone without the proof being out there? You know what I mean? Like, Klopp already opened the door, pretty much saying that he said something, right? So, in my opinion, Klopp should have said what he said. Like, just end it. Give the killer blow. Just say what he said, and that's it. You know,
that's what Klopp should have done.
He should have done
and said it right there and then. Boom.
Yeah, that's what he told me. This and that, and then if they say, "Oh, we'll put out the tapes," now it seems like
they can edit the tapes, as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? We don't want to get into conspiracies and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like, I don't know. They're moving kind of weird to me. You know what I mean? So
they are.
But we've seen this. So
it's true. Go ahead, Pops.
Now, what I was saying, if you all remember, I think it was 2 seasons back, maybe more. Spurs. Actually, no, it's more than 2 because Lovren was still there. Ball in the box. I think Harry Kane. Somebody went over in the box. The referee came over to the linesman, and he was actually mic'd up, so you could hear him saying to the linesman, "Did you see?" The linesman said no. He was checking with the 4th official. He said, "I didn't see it, but I'm going to give it." He said that on the sideline. I said, "What? You just said you didn't see it, but you can give it." He said it, and it was on stream. If you go back later on, you could see it. Tottenham versus Liverpool, penalty was given, and he said he asked the linesman if he saw whether or not it came off a lot in terms of, remember the rule was if it touched the player, then you're back in play, and it can't be offside or whatever the case may be. The linesman said he didn't see it. He said, "Well, I'm giving it." He literally said, "I'm giving it," and pointed to the spot, and I said, "This is madness."
Wow.
Which is why they don't want the microphones.
Yeah. The microphones will stop a lot of this foolishness, though, because they will hold them accountable, to be honest with you. Uncle Albert says, "I am putting my balls up. My mea culpa on Curtis Jones is that sincere. I was wrong about him." A lot of people need to apologize to Curtis Jones, to be honest with you. A lot of us. And I'm giving Hando an I for incomplete. Jeez, you.
Oh gosh.
That one rough. Last game he got a goal at Angel as Luis. Yeah, that was Diaz. That was a good
team. I definitely saw that. You don't gotta tell me about my you don't gotta tell me about my Colombian guy, man. Pause. Nah, I keep track of him and stuff. So
Neil says, with time, CJ will continue to improve. He gets it. Yeah. Curtis is negative 50, boy. Everybody on my negative street, boy. Hando broke the scales. Jeez, you. CJ's been misused on the Jurgen Klopp. Tried to mold him into Genie. Yeah, could very well be.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, get the likes up for these legends. Yeah, people, smash that like button, please. And tell a friend to subscribe to the channel. Jared said legit fell off to sleep in watching the match, so he can't give any ratings and sleep the second half. I can't sleep through a Liverpool game. I can't. Me and Pops do a watch along for a couple of boring ones already, boy. It was bad. Needed games to showcase his talent. From Buzz. Jared, you got that Terminator ready to replace Hando? Yeah, boy. May I put a robot in there to replace that man. Elliott is a right wing, but not fast enough for a Klopp type player. Yeah, he is. He's not quick at all. Yeah. He might benefit from being loaned out in the summer, to be honest.
Where though?
Good question. Where? But as I said, robot refs. Did they also say robot players? I don't know. You said a lot of stuff last stream, Jared. You could possibly do it. I had to check it back.
Yeah, it was refs.
Yeah, madness. To tell you that Harvey Elliott is a better option than Hando is like trying to shit a big mud brick. Very difficult to ask, but it must be said.
Whoa.
Okay, we're on point today. Yeah, need it for rest, but not FSG, not buying, but you have to build players. That might be more expensive than buying one, but to be fair. Salah gets a 7.75. Salah was useless today and he was selfish. Okay. He seemed only interested in his own legacy. 7.5 for Salah. Baz agree with Albert.
Baz agrees with Albert.
Abdus, his overall game is starting to improve. That's probably regarding
that's for CJ.
Yeah. 5 for Nunez. Nunez poor got the pain. What else? That step over tackle. Oh man.
Step over tackle.
Nunez and Gakpo
coming to
3 years.
I'm looking for it.
I know. Gakpo only a month older than Nunez, a project player, but Gakpo isn't. I think Gakpo is more refined, to be honest with you.
You can't compare too. And you look at the system he was brought up in, the Dutch system. You know what I mean? Like you can't compare. Like
Ajax system is more refined.
He's not Ajax though. He's PSG.
Not Ajax, Netherlands. I'm talking about Netherlands system. The Netherlands system, Dutch players seem to have a lot more. They're a lot more refined than the players that would be coming out of South America. I think it's a lot different in terms of.
Unfortunately, it's true.
Yeah, the soccer. I mean, you get some South Americans, bro, some of the best talents ever, but their leagues are just. It's not the same.
It's not.
it's just not the same. And you can see that Darwin's his ability to control a ball and dribble a ball and get past a man, and it's not there. He's got to work on that. It's not about just blowing past a man with top speed and trying to hit the ball in the bars and scoring. I mean, that's an old school striker. Now in these days, with all the different formations,
say so, Barnes, but I got a fella over the road there that blowing past a man and hitting the back of the net real hard.
When you talk about Haaland,
the cyborg, yeah.
Listen, he is a damn he gone firmware downloads every game, bro. Listen, he's a robot. Listen, that is a robot right there.
He's a Terminator.
He's a Terminator. He's a 3000. Barnes, Nunes not lower than a 5.
Killing it.
Got to talk, bro. We got to talk. Baz, I'll be honest with you, because we went 1-0, I'm not giving no one under a 5 today. Nunes wanted Klopp. Klopp wanted Nunes. I see the trend. 8 for Diaz, absolute chaos. 8 for Diaz, missed him. Yeah, my daughter loves Diaz. She absolutely does.
She has good taste.
Diaz quality.
Her most recent Liverpool jersey is Luis Diaz on the back of the shirt. That is a fact. We love rushing back our players. Maybe the physio team likes to take bets about how long a player will last on the pitch. Chris, you make no comments on that, please. No, I'm about to
skip on quick.
Yes. Chris, no comments for you. Dre Linton, CJ is doing a handle adjustment. We had a handle for the chopping block, shows up. The next few years was the first name on Klopp sheet. Watch out, Thiago. That is a good segue to let me have a conversation right now about Thiago. Pops, me and Chris was talking before we started your stream and you came on. There's a real good chance that he out till preseason.
He is.
Yeah, he done for season.
Yeah, I can guarantee that.
Done for season.
So if he out for preseason, right? It means in
not
summer
preseason, till preseason. Yeah.
It means in summer he really can't do much, a whole lot of training if he's still recovering.
Rehab, yeah.
Doing rehab.
But the good thing is that where are we going for preseason? Do we know where we're going for preseason?
Germany.
The weather.
No, we got to be going far too. Remember we were linked with somebody who was supposed to buy us. Singapore.
Yeah,
Singapore.
It's true. I think
we got some
you know how they usually go away. The last couple of times they went to Austria and they do their training out in Austria and ride the bikes and stuff. Yeah. I think that part is not Austria this year. That is happening actually in Germany. But then the preseason when they're going to do their games and stuff and do more training before the games is going to be the Philippines.
It's hot. It's going to be hot out there.
It will.
It's a beautiful that piece at the back end, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. What I do hope is that when all of that happened, that we got the $1.5 billion from the Singapore consortium for 33% of Liverpool Football Club. I'd be extremely happy, to be honest with you. And then go in there, and then next season we get rid of these FSG dogs finally. To be honest,
but
we need them gone.
The Thiago discussion is, if we look at it honestly, Thiago doesn't need preseason in the same way that other players need the preseason. To be honest, because you want Thiago fit from not a Milner, I can run 10 miles standpoint, just I'm able to get on the pitch. And I think if we keep Thiago, is about management of Thiago and Thiago's minutes now, specific to he's going to play in certain matches, not every single week.
Because honestly, when we got
to put some chocolate on him. Then, if he's a digestive, let's put some chocolate on him to hold it together.
Or you could drink it with hot chocolate.
No, you can't do that. The digestive don't do well with hot chocolate.
when we bought Thiago and stuff, I thought he was being brought in to play the big games where we lack breaking down low blocks.
Yeah.
So that's where I thought we were going to bring him in to do that, not to play every game.
Yeah.
So, I remember there's a quote that came out. I think it was him saying that he's not a runner. Like, that's not what he does. So if the man's coming out saying,
that's what he said.
Yeah, so if the man's come out that's not his type of game, and he comes out and say, "Well, Klopp taught me how to run," like, it's a bit backwards to me, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't know.
It is. So, Thiago fits to me the double pivot like a glove. Him in the double pivot where he isn't doing all that running, he's just getting it and keeping it ticking. Because he's not the assist man, he's the pre-assist as they call it. The pass before the pass.
He's the assist before the assist. Yeah. So in saying that, and before we were talking about getting a right back, and then Trent flows into the 6, and you have a double pivot there. Honestly, if we just have Thiago for those big games against the top teams in Champions League, well, not Champions League for us next year. I mean, unless it's a miracle. But the Prem, for example, could you imagine Thiago and Trent at that 6th spot? That's double pivot.
They're cooking.
That would be pretty crazy because both of them can split a low block real easy with passes.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be interesting.
And then
but
the key
for me, I'm not giving them an extension.
The other two
next season
ahead of them. The other two ahead of them is the key. So
yeah, the other two,
those two that play the double 8s, those are going to be critical to what you do.
So we got the two, Ugarte and McAllister, my man. We good. We good.
Sound good. You sound good.
It changes the way we play. Like just those two players
that's
alone.
a different. Yeah, that's a different expression.
Yeah,
that's a different expression.
But right? also because I was like we were talking earlier with Beijing, the thought of selling Thiago, right, is like it sounds all good and well, but keeping him until his contract runs out, because his contract does run out next season. It helps Besetic
next season
further his development.
Yes,
keeping Thiago around and having Besetic under his wing another more year would help us long term.
Agreed. I agree.
Yes.
Yeah, there's different ways to view it and stuff. But
no one's going to come after him. No one's going to come after him this summer. So I think just holding out for you one more year, use him in the key games and help him develop the young players.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the season, you tell him thank you and he goes off back to Barcelona.
Maybe.
But honestly, too, like
because again, it's numbers. It's a numbers game, right? Because go, Beijing Angel, go.
Nah, I wasn't saying that, Pop.
Yeah, but I think you broke up.
Oh, it was sorry. What I was saying is a numbers game. So right now we got Ox and Naby through the door. People want Milner and Henderson through the door. Thiago through the door too?
No.
You know what I mean?
That's too much.
You can't sell or release 5 because you're not going to replace 5. So let's be honest.
We're already releasing.
You're looking at it and saying, what's the...
Who's the 5?
The 5 that's going on free this summer. That runs out of contract.
Bobby is there.
Bobby,
Milner, Naby,
Millie,
Adrian, and Ox.
Naby's gone. Ox.
Adrian. Yeah, that's the 5. Yeah, it's true.
5.
Yeah. But my numbers were specific to midfield, Beijing Angel. So I was just looking specifically in the middle of the park. If we release 5 of the midfielders, like people are saying, because people want Hendo and Millie gone, and Oxen and Naby gone, and now Thiago too.
That's 5. Yeah, you're right.
We're not getting Ugarte.
Yeah, we're not.
And Kone, and McAllister, and Rice, and whoever else. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. we can get all of them.
The most I see.
We haven't won the lottery, so
the most I see is 3 midfielders, but that's just like pushing it, I think we'll only bring 2, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This summer, I think 2.
Yeah, I
think
agree.
we need 3 too. I think
No,
we need 3.
I agree. I completely. I think we need 4, but that's pushing it too. But yeah,
Your boy Neil says Thiago is class and glass, too brittle.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true.
Listen, brilliant player. Klopp's keep breaking. Too much. Gotta go. Thiago breaks too much. Not even Jared can build him.
damn.
Damn. We need 3.
Atlantis
Atlanta
says
said we need
Yeah,
3. Big up from that. Like and subscribe, peoples. Yeah.
Before,
That's gonna be
before we
interesting.
close, Barnes, on the midfield, you see any Jude rumors?
Yeah. Jude over to Real Madrid. I can be honest with you, right? Jude is a talent, like the kid, baller. I ain't spending $150 million for no midfielder. I sorry. With what we need so much players in our team. If you get in Real Madrid, go ahead. I'm happy for you. Hope you do well.
Good luck to him.
Good luck. However, the pressure down there can be a pressure cooker. As me and Beijing Angel was talking about earlier, my biggest concern is his knee, and it will continue to be a concern for me. For a kid that is 19 years old, got his knee strap up like how it strap up, I am afraid of what's going on in there. And I don't like saying this, and I ain't wishing this. I have a feeling that there's something wrong in his knee, and it can rear its ugly head sooner rather than later.
He currently has bursitis in his knee, so
there you go.
So I'm assuming he's waiting until the summer to get it checked, to get it like removed, because it's fluid building up in his knee.
Yeah,
so he has to get that checked out.
Yeah,
so I'm assuming he's waiting because they're pushing for the title, right? So they need him, right?
Yeah.
But if it goes unchecked or any bad little tackle or impact injury, that's his meniscus right there.
Yep.
So,
I'm worried.
This is where I'm confused, because I know they say that his family, or the family he comes from, is very like big on his career and trying to protect him and stuff. Is like, that sounds backwards to me, because if he really has bursitis like they say he has, and he's still playing every game and he's on a knee brace, that seems backwards to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. So
yeah, we will see. We will see what happens for sure. Baz says that Marcus Thuram is free. Wow. It's a possibility we could bring
Marcus Thuram is the attacker, right? He's the attacker, right?
He is the attacker, yes, because Kefren Thuram is the midfielder from Nice.
The midfielder.
Kefren is the midfielder, right?
Yeah. Marcus is his brother.
Is his brother.
Yeah. It's going to be crazy. The summer is going to be absolutely nuts, and see what Liverpool does. We could do some shrewd stuff. We could even bring in some guys on a free. We never know. Indicia could be one. There's a few of them that we could bolster up this squad. I was happy with the news that Brighton ready to sign James Milner, which I'm like, thank you. I don't have to see old man Milner.
Milner need to take Henderson with him and stuff.
But yeah, I appreciate the services, Millie. You're a legend to the club. Love you for everything you've done for the club, but it's time to go. It really is time.
Go Brady record. I want him to get the record, that's all, to be honest. No,
Go and do it with another club. And when you break the record, that is perfectly fine. When your season and your career is done playing, come back and go and get your coaching badge done in the academy with Liverpool. And we good as gold.
He probably started already, to be honest. Because remember, he was at the under 18s or under 21s or whatever before on the bench with him.
Yeah. But yeah. So next show pops. Today is Wednesday. Hold on, listen to me. It is. It's half day, as you call it. Next show would be Friday, which would be the preview show for the Brentford game on Saturday, which we will do a watch along for. So that should be interesting. That's going to be a tough one again. And then Sunday will be the match reaction about 2:00 probably Eastern time for the Brentford game. And then Monday would be a weekend review type of show with a call-in show probably, because we ain't got no football for a whole week, so we may as well put out some content.
Internationals coming.
Yeah, internationals coming as well. So yeah, next week we're gonna probably put out some shows with looking at some players, and we can probably do some with some little quick topics and so forth. We can try to make it fun, but yeah, we'll streamline. And Chris, I'll get you in. I want to get you in on one next week for sure with the medical side. I want to chop up some stuff on the medical side and get your expertise.
Okay.
Not Chris, Agent Angel, man. Come on.
Agent Angel. Yeah, he's a doctor. Chris now is now part of the
Hey, any host, you got to speak to him properly. Yeah, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Angel.
Exactly. He gotta go and buy the rum too, the Agent rum as well.
Yeah, I have to.
But yeah, peoples, big up to everyone in the chat. Appreciate you all watching along with us. It's been a good show. Chris, blessings to you as always.
Nothing but love for y'all,
for coming on and being here with us. I got a funny one to show y'all before we head out. I'm just looking for it.
Oh boy, brace yourself, people.
Yeah, I want to see people reaction honestly with this one. Oi, where is it? Is it this one? God. No, I want everybody in the chat tell me who jumped just now. Straight and plain.
Everybody.
Who jumped?
You know who the kicker reminds me of?
Who?
Henderson. Yeah.
Oh man. Any stream, Dave.
People's big up. We owe.